Look at this. Should look really fluffy and soft. We have to keep it on the gas like this. The texture is so smooth. So this is what we are looking for. And our naan is excellent. So once your dough is done, so today we are going to make paneer makhni with all real ingredients ready in your kitchen. I would encourage to make more dishes from real ingredients rather than ready-made ingredients. But the challenge is making it without any ready-made masalas, by making it with the masalas readily available in your pantry. So follow my recipes and do exactly how I do, and you will be really successful in making it exactly how I make it. So we have taken 2 cups of all-purpose flour. This is half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. I'll be adding 2 big teaspoons of curd and big spoon of oil. So before making your paneer makhni, you should keep your dough at least for 10 to 15 minutes. So initially I didn't add any water. I was kneading it along with the curd itself, curd and oil. Little bit of water I added. So we need a soft dough like this. So we fry the paneer so that it remains a little crispy and chunky, and it doesn't break in the masalas when we put it in the masala. So it shouldn't break. So that's why we fry it a bit, and it also tastes good after frying because the rawness of the paneer just disappears after it is fried like this. So that is the reason we have to fry it. So don't skip this step. Fry it, and it just takes hardly 5 minutes if you fry it. So it doesn't take much time. So please do fry it, and then put that into the masala. And 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. So at this stage you have to add 2 teaspoons of sugar to this. So once your dough is done, keep it aside for 10 to 15 minutes minimum. If you keep it for a longer time, it will give good results. No problem if you keep it for a longer time. Just keep it in a warm place, that's it, and let it ferment properly so that the effects of the naan comes out really well. It should look really fluffy and soft. Making authentic paneer dishes, Punjabi dishes, is really everybody's dream. So to make paneer makhni, I have taken half a kg of paneer, a slab of paneer, half a kg. This for paneer makhni, we need 2 medium-sized chopped onions, roughly chopped onions. So just chop it as you want. Roughly chopped 3 tomatoes, and garlic and ginger. A few garlic and ginger, as many as you want. This gives the real taste of the paneer makhni. I have taken around 7 pods of garlic and 1 inch ginger chopped roughly, and there are a few spices, cloves and cardamom, elaichi, cinnamon, and this cup of cashew and almonds, any nuts, mostly cashew and almonds chopped roughly, little bit of paprika powder, and this is salt to taste. We need 1 cup of yogurt. Yogurt is the essential, this is very essential. You need to have yogurt for this. Once I put the stove on, I'll add 2 big spoons of oil. To this I'll add all my roughly chopped onions, and I'll saute it for some time. So if you want your masalas to fry very quickly, you have to cover the lid and you have to cook it. Look at this, it's almost soft. So at this stage I'll add my ginger and garlic. Now to this I'll add all my masalas, the garam masalas, cinnamon stick, and my elaichi, lavang and all that. I'll add that. I'll add my tomatoes to this. We'll cover this and cook it for another 1 minute. Paste. So the onion should not look brown in color. So let it remain a little white in color. And we are adding salt now. We'll add 1.5 teaspoon of paprika powder, and I'll add all the nuts, almonds and cashew, my yogurt. So roughly it is 1 cup yogurt. So I'll add this yogurt into my Now while this is being fried, let us add 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. So look at this, everything has been cooked to very soft, and it has become very soft. All the tomatoes, the nuts and all the masalas, the onions and all. So now we can put this into a blender and let it cool down first, because when it's hot we shouldn't be blending it. It's really dangerous. So as my masala is getting cooled down, and I'll blend it later on. So first I'll fry my paneer. So let me start frying it. So to my pan I'll just add 1 teaspoon of oil, and I'll start putting my chunks of paneer into the oil to fry. So as it is frying, we'll just add a teaspoon of salt to this, just for a little bit of taste to the paneer. So just a little bit of sprinkle of salt to our paneer or cottage cheese. So we'll just gently turn it over as it is frying. So we fry the paneer so that it remains a little crispy and chunky, and it doesn't break in the masalas when we put it in the masala. So it shouldn't break. So that's why we fry it a bit, and it also tastes good after frying, because the rawness of the paneer just disappears after it is fried like this. So that is the reason we have to fry it. So don't skip this step. Fry it, and it just takes hardly 5 minutes if you fry it. So it doesn't take much time. So please do fry it, and then put that into the masala. Now take a look. We have blended all our masalas into a fine paste, but still there will be a little bit of pieces which are not properly ground. So for that we'll be straining this paste into this pan. So we'll start our stove, and the same amount of oil which we were using for the paneer, we will be straining all the masalas into it. So we have to use a sieve like this, and we have to strain all the masalas like this. So that it forms a smooth paste. It should not be the paste should not be grainy. It should be really smooth in texture, and this is how we want our masala to be for the paneer makhani. It is really smooth and really soft and delicate to eat. Look at the texture of the masala over here below. It's looking really beautiful. Look at the color. It's really pretty color. Now at this stage I'll put 1 teaspoon of sugar into this, and I'll put salt to taste, half a teaspoon of red chili powder again. Now to this I'll add just a small teaspoon, just look at this, a little bit of turmeric powder, just for a little bit of taste, only this much. See, I have not added the complete thing. A little bit of turmeric powder, because I don't want this to change into yellow color. Now to all this I'll add all the fried paneer into this. The fried paneer goes inside, and I'll have to cook this along with the paneer just for another 2 to 3 minutes. Now at this stage I have some fresh cream over here. So fresh cream I have to add on this like that, and let it cook along with the cream. Little bit I'll retain for later. So while plating it, I'll just put some more cream over it. So along with the cream, the paneer has to cook some more. And at this stage I will add dried fenugreek leaves. These are dried fenugreek leaves, which is also called kasuri methi in Hindi. So I'll rub them in between my palm like this and add it all over the gravy like this. so that the flavor, the authentic flavor, the pungent flavor of the methi leaves comes really well in this masala, and it really gives a really good flavor. So this has to be added. It's very much essential. You have to put this gives a the real taste of paneer makhani comes only after adding cream and this kasuri methi or dried fenugreek leaves. So we'll cook this only for another 2 to 3 minutes. Nothing is to be, actually nothing is raw in this. Everything is already cooked. We just need to blend the masalas along. So we'll just lower the flame and let it cook just for 2 minutes. Everybody love eating naan, and it is made on a tandoor. But today we will make naan on a gas stove. So look at this, my flour has been resting, my dough has been resting for some time. So it has been almost around 15 minutes since it has been resting, 15 to 20 minutes. So we'll start rolling it out like this. We'll make it into a not exactly round, it should look oval in shape. So we'll roll it into an oval we'll flatten it into oval shape. So we'll add some garlic and some coriander leaves which we have kept over here, and flatten it on our dough, and we'll roll it again like this. Okay, so now our naan is done. So what we'll do is we have to take an iron pan. Put some water behind this like that, so that it sticks to our pan. It should stick to our pan like this. Can you see the bubbles coming up over here? So the bubbles should be coming up like this while it's cooking. Let it cook completely on one side. The fragrance is really amazing. So at this stage, once you start getting that fragrance of the tandoori kind of fragrance of the naan, we have to just see, look at the other side. We have to keep it on the gas like this and cook it like this with the help of tongs. Now see, look at this. It has been cooked properly and it is looking perfectly like a tandoori roti. And we have to butter it like this. When it is hot, we have to apply butter over it. Just take a look at our naan. It is looking perfectly well cooked, and it even tastes exactly like naan which is made in the tandoor. Whereas we have made it over a iron skillet and iron tawa and a gas flame. So what we have to do is we have to add a little bit of more cream to our dish, to our paneer makhani. A little bit of more kasuri methi over the top, the dried fenugreek seeds over the top like this. And now our dish is ready to serve along with the tandoori naans. Look at this, it's looking so delicious, so yummy. The texture is so smooth. So this is what we are looking for. The texture should be like this. Look at this, it's shining so much. And our naan is excellent. Take a look, my paneer is ready. I'll serve it on my plate like this. Look at my paneer chunks, they're really looking delicious, and really my mouth is watering now. And I'll take one naan. Look at the texture of the naan, it's so soft. We have to create a bite like this with the paneer and put it in the mouth.
Hey, hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up quickly.
Subscribe to my channel and stay connected. Share with your family and friends. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, keep it simple, Simply City.